What's up, everyone? So I want to make a quick video about the dilemma with Melyssa Ford being on the Joe Budden podcast. Before I go into this, I want to preface by saying that I think she's talented, I think she's gifted, I think she's great, but unfortunately, I don't think her interests and the interests of the pod necessarily align. And this is inspired by her take on Black comedians wearing dresses in episode 688. So what is the dilemma? The dilemma is simple. She's made it clear that she wants to be an actress. Based on her interview with Angie, she clearly wants to be seen as a serious personality. Unfortunately, that doesn't quite align with the pod. The pod is kind of fun, loose, based on sensationalism. The whole premise is these well-versed people in life come together, they discuss topics, and they give their unique perspectives and opinions based on their lives. Mel is unwilling to really give any hot takes because she doesn't want to compromise whatever she has going on. So she chooses to just give these really surface level or extremely politically correct takes, which is fine, but not for the Joe Budden podcast, where they're expecting a little bit more. So what was so horrendous about episode 688 and her Black comedian take? It's simple. She was just wrong. She completely ignored historical presidents. Really, just completely. Joe brought some historical things up, but really, like, we don't even have to go that far back. We can go as far back as like the early 1900s with minstrelsy and the minstrel show, and how Black people were presented in a negative stereotype, in a negative light. And then she brings up people such as Tyler Perry, the Wayans brothers, who owned their own businesses and voluntarily chose to wear the dresses. Well, again, back to minstrelsy. We know that at some point there were Black people who partook in minstrelsy. So they perpetuated negative stereotypes about their own people in order to make money and be competitive and play the game. It doesn't make it right, but it's what happened. And ironically enough, it really shocks me that someone who's as much as a movie buff as her, because you could make an argument that, man, she's not from America, she doesn't know about that stuff. You could make an argument that because she's Canadian, she doesn't know about U.S. history. I doubt it. She's brilliant. But her being a movie buff, I'm sure she's had to seen the famous Spike Lee movie Bamboozled that brilliantly talks about this very topic. So her lack of sensitivity towards the topic, especially when you had a group of people letting her know, like, hey, there are people out here saying that this is happening. Let's give an opinion on this. And her just blatant refusal to even touch the topic was really bothersome to me. Just lacked sensitivity, lacked awareness, consciousness. And for someone that brilliant, it really just highlights her unwillingness to partake in any conversations that are going to impact or hurt her potential future businesses or work. And I agree with Joe when he told her, if you don't have an opinion, just say you don't have one, and we won't force you to say anything. But just going forward, I'm kind of wondering, like, how is this going to work? How is she going to be able to continue on the show if she cannot talk about, when she's limited about what she can talk about because of her outside business ventures? So let me know what you think. Was she being insensitive? Should she have taken into consideration the historical part of Black actors historically having to do things of that nature? Yeah. How do you see it going forward with her on the pod? It should be interesting. But again, I think she's great. I think if she wanted to have her own pod and open up, she would destroy it. Like, she would be amazing. I just don't know if her interest and the interest of the pod align. And episode 688 and her response or lack of response to the issue of Black actors having to wear dresses was really, really, really cringy and really bothersome and troublesome. So, yep, let me know what you think. Peace.